Hello, viewers, and we're back. UniqCast is back with yet another episode. This is episode number 2. It is called uCast Talks now, and this will be a big one. We have a number of very interesting guests. For this occasion, we we invited our founders of the UniqCast company, to join us on this podcast and talk about the company itself, how the company was established, what contributed to our success, what were the challenges that we overcome so far, and even what lies ahead. So we'll have I do look forward, we'll have a really nice opportunity to discuss these interesting things. And it's also a very nice occasion to do this, because not today, this year is the 10th anniversary of the company. So it's a nice opportunity to look back and think about those things. But before we jump into the meat and potato of things, I would like to remind you, if you're watching this on one of our social media channels, do let us know that you like this. So leave us some kind of response, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is a signal for us to produce more. So without further ado, I think, we can introduce the guests. So with us today, we have the 3 board members. We have Denis Lackovic, CTO of the company. Denis, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Excellent. Then we have with us Darko Robic, the CEO of the company. Darko, welcome.
Hello, Matthias. Thanks for having us here.
It's a pleasure. And the third, but definitely not least, the CMO of the company, it is Marko Hiti. Marko, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for inviting us.
Excellent. Okay. Are we ready to jump into this? Yeah. Okay, let's go. So let's start. So this interview is structured basically in 3 parts. In the first part, I would like to capture the beginnings. So, as I said, how we started, what contributed to our success. Then we will look ahead, and then the third part is, let's keep it a secret for now. I think it's a very interesting one. So, and let me start with this, and this one is for you, Darko. Can you explain a little bit to us, since you were here, of course, from the very beginning of the company, what inspired the creation of UniqCast? Was there any particular problem that you detected and you were trying to solve?
Well, definitely we saw a big opportunity at that time, especially in the emerging markets. In emerging markets, especially with the telco operators, who were at that time investing in 4G networks, and they were searching ways how to monetize these networks in the best possible way. So the video streaming was one of the very obvious strategies, and we saw really a big opportunity in this particular market segment. So that since the service was new for this type of clients, we assumed that we not only that we need to provide a complete end-to-end solution for the customer, complete platform with a complete set of services, but also being able to advise them how to prepare their network to run this type of services, how to structure and organize their internal teams, how to package the content, and so on. So if you ask me what was really the main driver to push us out there, out of our comfort zones, I guess the big opportunity that we saw in these markets.
Excellent. So it's a number of things. It's not just one simple thing, which is important to know. Yeah, usually it's the products, the processes, the people, of course, the opportunities. Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, and Denis, if you can address this one, I have a question for you. So I assume nothing is easy, especially starting new business in this highly competing, fast developing market. So what were the biggest challenges that you faced when you started, and how did you manage to overcome these challenges?
At start, we were a small company that needed to create a streaming product really fast. We had various challenges in the lack of standardization and of this extremely large ecosystem, compatibility between various vendors, components, and of course the technology readiness at the time. In lots of ways, we were first in the industry to tackle some of the challenges, which we are grateful now because we had a very mature product. We had, for example, problems with recognition. We were a new company, so we were not recognized by either customers or the ecosystem partners at that time. So we had to build our name. Also, at the start, we had a lot of problems with human resources. I mean, it was hard to find great people, but we managed to find them. And of course, that's why we are here now.
Excellent. So again, you are giving me, I see some patterns here. So it's not simple. There's not one answer, one solution to everything. Yet people are usually looking for the one thing that makes the company successful, or maybe the one problem that you need to solve. So that's probably the one takeaway that we got so far for our viewers. And okay, and now, Marko, I have the next question for you. Let's think about when the company started, and then we maybe solved the first issues, and we were able, after, let's say, 3-4 years, we were able to look back. Could you now mention some important decisions and strategies that we made in that time that from your perspective today made crucial contribution to the company's success?
Well, like Darko already mentioned, I think very important approach was to have an end-to-end IPTV solution. And another important thing were our competencies in the IPTV OTT business. But what I would emphasize is our own streaming or CDN platform. So I just remember one day Denis just came in the office and he said, we need to have our own streaming platform. We cannot solve, we should not solve problems from other platforms. And then, I don't know, a few months later, we had the first version of it. So I believe this gave us a lot of flexibility from technical perspective, also from the commercial perspective. And we save a lot of time that would otherwise be spent on the integrations.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Again, so yeah, the importance of company culture, right? If I may summarize this, so the culture that emphasizes this informal communication where the ideas are born, like the ones that you have with the Denis, and you got the idea, let's do something. So these are, I'm just trying to summarize some core ideas for our viewers. Okay, let's move on. We're still in the early days. So all those challenges that you mentioned, Denis, I assume you personally and the company learned something from these. So what would be some key takeaways or pieces of advice that you would give to other entrepreneurs who want to start early, maybe start in tech-savvy industry? What have you learned that would be interesting to mention here?
Well, now after almost 10 years, it's quite simple. You have to employ the best people, pick top performing ones, pick compatible partners, and of course, you have to be patient. You must not despair. You have to persevere. We had a lot of setbacks in our in our voyage here. But we came back from each of those problems, each of those setbacks, and it's important to continue doing your best, but also always listen to the changes in the industry, always be ready to tackle new problems.
Excellent. Perfect. Wow. So yeah, listening is important so that you can react in time. Now we're still in the early days of UniqCast, Darko, but since this is highly fast developing industry, I can't imagine that 10 years ago was the same as it is today. So can you paint a picture for us? How has, maybe, I know that you're very heavily involved in the sales and market as well. So how has the market evolved? If you can mention the technology changes as well, that would be perfect. So Darko, can you share your opinion on this one?
Yes, you're right, Matthias. So we live in a very fast-changing industry. So first of all, if our focus during initial phase of our company was on the emerging markets, so today we don't focus on a specific region. So we are able to deliver projects wherever in the world. We have that capacity and inquiries, and I can also proudly say that we have a satisfied customers all over the world in all the continents. Secondly, in terms of the way how we deploy projects, apart from the traditional on-site deployments, we added for our customers cloud option, which is quite an obvious trend during the last years. And then, as a product, we always strived to offer new options for our clients to maintain and develop their competitive position on the market, like constantly adding new monetization options, new options for increasing their ARPU, providing deeper insights into their operational parameters, and of course, during last years, a lot of AI-based functionalities.
So would you say the business is more challenging today than it was 10 years ago, or is it just different?
It's different. I think for us it was more challenging 10 years ago, obviously, because we were an unknown company on the market. So today we are an established vendor and solution provider. So from that perspective, for us,
experience makes a little bit easier things. Yeah, excellent. Okay. Now, Marko, I have a question for you. This one is interesting, especially because the company's name is UniqCast, and I do like to mention this many times. I don't know why. It's a good name. So, what makes the company's story unique? Is there something that you can find that maybe we found out maybe sooner than the competitors, maybe only we discovered it, some things that we did really well and maybe slightly differently than most of the industry out there?
Well, we mentioned several things already at the beginning, but I think the one key thing was that on top of the competitive technology, we added our strong competence and experience. Already at that time, all three of us had more than 10 years of experience in this industry, and we also had several other engineers that previously worked in IPTV. So I believe this was really a key thing, that we worked together with our customers and we helped them launch a successful service. I think that every customer of us was able to feel our passion and effort, dedication that we give to each project, and we really try to help them be successful. I don't know. May I add another thing?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So the second that I would like to mention, already from the start, we believed in the premium in the premium user experience. So we started with our first client applications already, let's say, with very good user experience, and we are continuing this still today. And I think that this also gave us a good result.
Excellent. Good. Okay, so I think let's conclude with the early days here. I'm really happy the way you answered this. I do believe that our viewers will find useful information there. But let's focus on the future now. So the 10 years are behind us. How far ahead do we dare to look? Let's say probably not 10 years, the way how this industry is developing. But if we can take a look at, let's say, 3 to 5 years ahead, that's almost already a challenge, but let's try. So let's try to see what lies ahead for the company. And Denis, this one is for you. You explained very well what were the initial challenges and how we managed to solve them so far. So what about the future? Can you predict, can you imagine some things that lie ahead for the company? And do you maybe already have some plans how you will address those things to overcome them?
Well, Matjaž, our ecosystem always evolves. Just in the last year, we had explosion of AI. There's a constant influx of new devices, ecosystem partners, services that we can integrate with. We need to deliver both of our services and our products globally, using new video, better video formats, new devices, new services. We are a flexible company with quite loose organizational structure. As a number of our employees grows, we'll need to integrate new people in a way to keep the best of what we have now, and to also expand in new ways to be able to serve all of those new customers we are getting now.
Perfect. Okay, good. So there will be technical and organizational and probably some other challenges with your colleagues will probably want to answer. I guess they are thinking about them. So, Marko, let's maybe talk about what kind. We're now talking about the future, of course. So, what do you think? What kind of impact will UniqCast have on the whole industry in the world in the future? Maybe where we are. Where do you estimate we are today? What kind of influence we project out there, and where do you see us in 3 to 5 years?
Well, I believe every person on this planet deserves premium user experience while watching their favorite TV show.
Yeah.
So what we would like to achieve, we want to help operators across the world, giving them affordable and competitive technology that they will be able to offer such streaming experience to their viewers.
Okay. So focusing on the customer relentlessly. So that is the recipe, I guess. So we will definitely not lose this quality. We will add to it if possible. And speaking about customers, Darko, I guess the third question in this section is for you. Since you are, as I mentioned before, very active on the market. So what, I guess you won't share the specifics here, the customers and so, but although the viewers would probably like to hear that, but what exciting opportunities do you see for UniqCast maybe some business trends that are developing where we can play a crucial role, or maybe you already know about some opportunities that will change UniqCast dramatically. Can you share some information on that?
Well, we see many opportunities out there on the market. If I would need to point out a couple, I would definitely say we see a big opportunity for our future growth in replacing legacy platforms. So at the moment, a lot of customers, telcos, are replacing their first and second generation platforms with more modern, flexible, and future-proof platforms. And UniqCast is a perfect fit here with many references from this type of projects. And obviously, as Denis already mentioned, AI itself is opening like a really huge space of new opportunities. And in UniqCast, we are investing heavily in developing features and options based on the AI for our customers. We believe that we can bring not only much better user experience for their subscribers, but at the same time, we are giving to the operators also an opportunity to understand the behavior of their customers better, and with that also predict also their future behavior. In addition, such features provide additional monetization options, increasing ARPU, simplifying operations for the operators, and so on. So we do believe we are big believer in AI, and we are investing in this field a lot as we see huge opportunity from that perspective.
Excellent. So this is maybe also an opportunity for me to mention, it's not AI, but is very related to statistics and data and measuring. If you're interested in that, make sure you can find in our YouTube channel the first episode where myself and Daniela discuss the importance of data collection and measuring. So since I just remembered it, Darko, since you mentioned, it's not, as I said, it's not AI, but it's about getting information about your customer, which is, I guess, very important for the operators. Excellent, guys. So we covered the past and the future, and now I would like to know the most important things that we learned from that. So what did we learn from past that enables us to predict the future? So what's at the core of that ability? So to make things simpler, I would like to know what are your secrets of success based on your experience. So I think we established you have a lot of experience. So our viewers and myself included would like to know, what are your secrets of success? Let's see if we can find out. So I will assume a little bit because I don't want the same question for everyone, but I will assume, Denis, that being able to solve major problems is one of the qualities you need to have. You shouldn't become afraid and run away. That's probably not going to work. So let's assume that we are the company and Denis, you are a person that can solve major problems. Can you share one opportunity where this happened, where things were dependent on one such huge action and you managed to solve it, and your team maybe?
Well, there were a few times where our customers needed something that we did not have yet. Well, some of our best stories revolve about times when we developed something in a very short timeline to cover a need of customer. If I have to pick one, let's say we were working in a small island state where late in the project we found out that we need to develop hierarchical CDN because there was not enough bandwidth between the islands. So 2 months later we developed it. We learned from this that you can always develop something if you put your mind to it, and if you just have good people that can deliver it. For us, even today, when we hear some strange or maybe impossible request by the customers, we always listen to it, analyze it, maybe give a better solution. But if we don't get this better solution, in the end, we are here to deliver value to the customers, and we will try to deliver it till the end.
Okay, so you don't give up until your customer is happy. It's really important. Excellent. So the second question in this category, I'm going to assume that there is a hidden fabric every company has. It's called the company culture, something that develops over time very slowly, but it's super important. It's a quality that's impossible to buy. It's almost like love and the other things in life. So, Marko, according to your opinion, how does UniqCast, or how do you foster like this unique, successful company culture? How do we make culture grow and develop in the desirable direction for UniqCast?
Well, I think the first thing is that we need to trust the people and give them opportunities to prove themselves on technical or other challenges. We encourage our people not to be afraid of changes and to try different things every day, so that we try to be better every single day. And I think this is what brings results. And I think the most important thing, we want everybody to enjoy in the things they do, and that at the end they are proud about their achievements.
Excellent. Good. So there's a good opportunity for employees in UniqCast, I guess. You are thinking about those things as well, so that good company culture and energy makes things happen, I guess. Okay, so the last question, Darko, I have for you. Sorry, it's a bit cheeky, but I just have to put a cheeky question, and this time you are my victim. So what does UniqCast actually mean? Is there a story behind this name? Please tell us. Our viewers want to know.
Well, the name itself, it's obviously a blend of two words. It's unique and casting. So we wanted to emphasize at that time not the unique user experience we want to offer to the end subscribers, but also our unique approach to the market and to the customer. So the holistic set of services we provide to the customers, unique culture we try to develop in the company, and also unique, let's say, being unique in terms of the business models we can offer to our customers. So I guess it's a blend of these reasons.
No sublime messages then?
I think it's a very straightforward message.
Okay, I won't ask about the thumbprint. Let's leave this to the imagination of the viewers. Excellent, guys. Thank you, gentlemen, for your excellent answers. I do hope that, I'm sure that our viewers will find this discussion interesting. If you're watching this, if you're still watching, that this means that you did find it interesting, I guess. Make sure that you give us some reaction in the comments. You can also, since we're just starting with this series, I'm still looking for topics. So if you have any idea, what kind of topic would you like to hear our opinion on? And maybe who should we invite? Let me know, let us know, leave a feedback. All this is very useful. And with that, I think we conclude. So thank you again. And see you next time, and goodbye.